Hold on to your hats because this is about to get crazy in this video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about comics, manhwa, and stuff. And today we're talking about Dark Knights of Steel, a DC universe that takes place in a medieval era. Yeah, knights, dragons, and all of that. If you're confused or lost, go check out the playlist for Dark Knights of Steel. Now, let's get into it. And boy, was this a video to make. We continue our story with the Green Man soaring through the evening skies, excited because his plan worked perfectly. There's about to be bloodshed, and he wants bloodshed. We see the Queen of the Amazons and the Queen of the Storm linking up. Hippolyta makes it known that she's sorry for the Queen of Storm's loss, but she is ready to stand with her. We see an army vast as the eyes can see. The Amazons live for war, and there will be war. But in the shadows, we see John Constantine trying to hide something. But Lois was not blind. She made it clear that she feels like she's being used to start a war. She feels like all this is orchestrated by someone. But John was not laughing. He lost his king, the man he loved. He doesn't want to hear that type of talk from you. Not you, who raised this freaking killer Supergirl. While all this was going down, we see what was taking place in the dungeons of the House of El. Green Arrow had used his trick shot to uncouple the device put in place to prevent Black Canary from screaming. He wanted to talk to her because they were in the same boat. Introductions were made, and we feel that these two have super chemistry, which is the same in every universe. We see he confessed to killing the king, and she was a banshee. She had the ability to cause chaos with her voice, and as soon as he heard it, he smiled. Let's put that pretty voice to good use. But while they were planning their escape, Harley Quinn tried to end this war with a conversation, stopping both queens in their tracks before they could do real damage. But they didn't want to hear. They wanted the elves. But Amanda Waller made it clear that that would never happen. And they said, then go, because we are here to do battle. So they tried to leave. But John Constantine was not going to let them. He wanted war. You killed my king, and if you wouldn't kill them for me, I will kill them myself. But he must have forgotten he was in the green. You never unleash fire in the green, especially not towards Harley Quinn. When Poison Ivy lives, she told Harley to make her escape, and Harley bent down and gave her a kiss goodbye before Ivy went apeshit crazy. She was killing everyone. But the Green Man was not going to let this war end here. From the skies, he came down like a bullet and took Ivy out swiftly, allowing the forces to walk through. Amanda Waller gave her report, but she was too late. The forces had already surrounded the castle. It was time for war. Amanda Waller was not ashamed, though. She was ready for it, telling Deadshot to take aim. But before she could yell attack, someone said hold. The two princesses came flying down. They wanted to end this war with a conversation, speaking to her mother, but her mother was not speaking back. Neither was Constantine with the little prince. He commanded the little prince to flood the Kryptonian from the inside. She was drowning on land. He didn't want to kill her, but Constantine wanted death. Diana pleaded, begged for them to stop, begged her mother, but her mother had no power over this. And just like that, she came from the skies like a god, slamming into the floor. Was the Queen of the House of El, protecting her daughter. Or so we thought. Hippolyta made it clear that she had her son. Give up your kingdom and this will all be over. She stretched out her hand like a sign of mercy, and the Kryptonian took it, only to whisper, where's the fun in that? With her heat vision, she cut Hippolyta in half, in front of her daughter, in front of her people. Back in the kingdom of Amazonia, Kal-El was imprisoned, but Batman had a Robin in the court of the Amazons. She freed him, and both of them made their escapes to the shore. But she wasn't going. He had to go ahead, taking the lasso of truth. Something was wrong, and only him could stop it. And yes, something was really wrong. His mother just started a war. The corpse of Hippolyta laid split in half on the floor. As his mother just turned back and said, "Come get it," everyone went off to attack, but she zoomed away with top speed, meeting her son in the sky. He called out to his mother. He tried to touch her, but she just punched him down to earth in the middle of an Amazon battle, all wielding magical swords that could hurt him. Wonder Woman was in pain. She wanted to fight, and she saw the perfect target. With one punch, she sent him flying, and the forces of El, as soon as they saw their prince draw blood, they chose to attack. The war had begun. Bloodshed, chaos rained down, and everyone was killing everyone. The Green Man saw this happen from the sky and even started killing his own allies. He was the Joker after all, slash Green Lantern. The Daughters of the Storm tried to bring him down, but it was no use. Amanda Waller told Deadshot to take aim, but before he could, fire came raining down from the skies. There was a dragon hovering over everyone's head, a big green dragon, and from its back jumped the Batman. Clark saw Bruce and was happy, but Bruce simply pointed a sword at his head, saying, "You tried to kill me, brother." But Clark was confused. "Brother? What do you mean?" Clearly, that wasn't him, and Lois Lane heard all of this, going back to John Constantine and repeated, "You see this, right? Someone is playing in both sides. We are being scammed." And you could see on John Constantine's face, he felt the same, and he hated being scammed. But while the battle raged on, the Queen went to the cells, and once she looks at you and realizes you're a threat, she roasts you alive. Green Arrow, seeing this, said, "Yeah, it's time to move." Giving Black Canary this signal, she screamed loudly, blasting the Kryptonian away, unleashing her chains and blasting through the walls directly into the armory. They tried to escape, but there was literally nowhere to escape to. There was a war going on outside, and people were dying, but they were about to die too, because just like a horror movie, a mad queen was chasing them, screaming, "You have too much power to live." But from the sky, like a comet, something knocked her to the ground. We see another queen standing above them, both of them wearing the same face. The war stood still. Everyone was frozen. What did this mean? At that second, Alfred shouted, "Use fire." And thankfully, Green Arrow was listening. He shot fire directly to the queen on the ground, and she caught on fire. She should not be able to catch on fire. This is when we see the real person behind all of this, a white Martian, basically with the ability to shapeshift, fly, copy anyone's appearance. He was basically Superman, but with a vulnerability to fire. He tried to make his escape, and the Kryptonians gave chase, but he just simply changed his density, becoming invisible. But Bruce was curious. "Alfred, how did you know fire was its weakness?" And Alfred looked at him and said, "You knew I survived the war, but I never said that war was from this planet." Changing his own form, we see Alfred is actually a freaking Martian himself. Dun dun dun.